President Traoré took power in Burkina Faso in 2022, following a military takeover on September 30, 2022. He was officially sworn in an where Burkina Faso was facing several security challenges, political instability, and growing public frustration. Since taking over office, Traoré has focused heavily on national sovereignty and security. His government prioritized the first against armed insurgent group by recognizing the military and expanding the role of civilian defense military to support national force. He has repeatedly emphasized that Burkina Faso must rely more on its own strength rather than external military dependency. Economically, Traoré has spoken strongly about the protecting Burkina Faso natural resources, especially gold, and ensuring that the country benefits more from its own wealth.
Hello YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another episode of the day. So today we are going to be entering in Africa to a sovereign state of Burkina Faso. But before I go fully to the content of today's episode, I will want to use this opportunity to beg you guys and also plead with you guys. If this is your first time watching this video, this is your first time coming across this video, please do well to hit up the subscribe button and also leave a notification bell at the top there. And also don't forget to give this video a like so that it will help us, when it comes on motivation to upload more of this. It will help us, make the YouTube algorithm to push the video to more viewers and also share this beautiful content to more people outside the world.
His administration has promoted policy aimed at reducing foreign dominance in key sectors and increasing local participation in development. On the international stage, he shifted Burkina Faso allies, reducing ties with former Western partners and strengthening cooperation with a new strategic ally, while advocating for a united and independent Africa. His leadership has resonated with many young people across the continent who see him as a symbol of resistance against the external control. Though challenges remain, Ibrahim Traoré's rise to power in 2022 marked a significant turning point in the Burkina Faso political direction and its place in the global affair.
And you will understand what deeply motivates the action of His Excellency Ibrahim Traoré.
Lorsque nous parlons de dignité, nous parlons d'honneur.
When we talk about dignity, we talk about honor.
Si vous n'êtes pas autosuffisant, vous n'avez aucune dignité.
If you are not self-sufficient, you have no dignity. When a father has to come home in the evening and he has no grains to put on the family's plate, his son can't talk about dignity. The whole family will live in indignity because the woman will have to fight as best as she can in every way imaginable to find food. There is no unity once we don't eat. There is no dignity when we reach out our hand. We are trying today to modernize that a little. The outcome of that we have created, therefore, the aspect of a society which will allow itself to be able to exploit and market our precious substances, especially when young people exploit them, that other people come to buy at city prices, and which contribute to fueling terrorism, which leaves the country without us having any control. We now decided to create this company to try to regain control of our mining sites and to be able to allow young people to produce in a more mechanized and more respectable way. This speech reminds me of a speech by Thomas Sankara. Listen to this speech by Thomas Sankara before we continue. You will see the great similarity between Thomas Sankara and Ibrahim Traoré. With the support of all, we will be able to fish. This also means that the African market is an African market. Produced in Africa, transformed in Africa, and consumed in Africa. Let's produce what we need and consume what we produce instead of importing. Burkina Faso has came to expose to you the cotton produced in Burkina Faso. Who knows, in Burkina Faso, many here in Burkina Faso can dress the Burkinabe people. Madinay, we are dressed by our weavers, our peasants. There is not a single thread that comes from Europe or America. I am not here to do a fashion show. but I would just like to say that we must accept to live African. It is the only way to live free and to live with dignity.
Aujourd'hui, comme le ministre l'a signifié, instruction a été donnée.
Today, as the minister stated, the meaning was given so that we can create a unique fund which can support youth in entrepreneurship. We will perhaps not ask you to start from scratch, but there will be a minimum to support you and help you. Alongside this, very recently, we did everything to expand everything that is taxation at the level of young companies, which will have to create this to support that you do not want to confront from the first years with certain difficulties. In addition to all that, I think, as he announced, we think a lot about professional training, and it is one of the major reforms, therefore, of this department. And I think that when we went to university, we made it clear that today, it's not about working to get a diploma and looking to be employed. It's also about learning trades and to be able to exercise. So we are seeking today to redirect a good part of the youth towards professional employment, which goes without saying that we will have to build a lot of promotion centers, and therefore, vocational education, and be able to teach many trades to young people, because that here we are looking at a lot of resources. There are enough reforms, therefore, in favor of youth which are underway, and throughout the world, we have been able to understand that we can achieve it because we have enough resources to assert to the externally. We are focused, for example, on agriculture currently, which is very important for us because I said it earlier, food self-sufficiency is a fight. Certain fights because when we talk about dignity, we talk about honor. If you are not self-sufficient, you have no dignity. When a father has to come home in the evening and he has no grains to put on his son's plate, he cannot talk about dignity. All the time, the family will live in dignity because the woman will have to fight as best as she can in every way you can imagine to find food. There is no way we don't eat. It's hungry. There is no unity when we stretch hands. And you see, this new form of colonialism that we are talking about, which therefore tends to reduce our youth to beggars, to chronic welfare recipients. We are fighting against this. When you say to a partner who is perhaps ready to serve as your, how do I say, mobile money up to 100 billion, but when you say to this same partner, no, use only 20 billion in mobile money, and 80 billion we are going to do structuring projects, therefore agricultural production for young people. They do not agree with that. It must challenge us. The objective is to keep you in this permanent assistant. It is to prevent you from being able to survive without producing yourself and to get out of it. And each time we will give you a little, we will tell you to stay there and don't be afraid to undertake. Don't be afraid to undertake. You have to get started. It's hard, often very hard. You will stumble. You will often find yourself on your knees, as some would say. Take advantage, say a prayer, press your palm, get up, and always walk, never stop. And even those who have a job somewhere, don't just stick to your job. Try to invest, try to develop something else in parallel. Because since then, as I told you, our generation is in a fairly complex system. Perhaps we were taught that you just have to have a job, an office, and you sit down, and the salary falls at the end of the month. That can't give you back. That can't. Your salary must be used to develop something else. We are not military. I am also an entrepreneur for several years, as I am because we are only authorized to do agriculture, livestock. I think that the predecessors who put this in the texts understood very well, and we are therefore participating in this. We have seen that it is hard, but most of the time when we persevere, we can end up rubbing our hands. So I encourage you not to be discouraged. For those who are looking to undertake, never be discouraged. You must start again. The path is always full of pitfalls. You must not stop, because you will end up, here we are, extremely rich here in Burkina. We think the time to say it. Today, we decide to reorganize our society a little. Certainly, certain texts or certain conventions that had been signed were very restrictive, meaning that our country would have difficulty getting by. Today, thanks to you, we are in the process of rereading a lot of texts to try to give our nation what it deserves. It is in this sense. It is when we take, for example, the aspect of their mulching. Your theme says a lot about the inhabited employment of rural young people. Many of our young people find themselves today on the artisanal production site in the most difficult conditions. Secretary, what happened in Europe or America in the 1800s when the men themselves returned to galleries that they dug themselves to take out the ore? The young people continue to live this at the risk of their lives. We are trying today to modernize that a little. The outcome of that we have created, therefore, the sound of a society which will allow ourselves to be able to exploit and market our precious substances, particularly when young people exploit other people who come to buy at low prices and who contribute to fueling the terrorism that is leaving the country without us having any control. We know we have decided to create this company to try to regain control of our mining sites and be able to allow young people to produce in a more mechanized and more respectable way. We also want each region to be able to produce a specialty. This could surely be in the field of agriculture because we have the potentials. We have natural water reserves, lakes all over the country, rivers which flow, and dams here and there, but which are not exploited. We are in the process of wanting to launch in each region, and that is why here I am announcing to you that there will be a representative of each region at the level of the presidency as a mission manager. This process is underway. These people will, therefore, have to take the concerns of the youth and especially also of the women who fight day and night, so that we can act progressively where we must act, because this fight that we have today against terrorism is not only through weapons, but also through development. As young people will not have a job, she will always be tempted to go towards where it is easy to have money. And this is also what we must fight. We have already identified many poles, and that we will very soon, at the end of the fortified season, through the presidential initiative, but also through the Ministry of Agriculture, which has a very good database and which we have given a special mission so that we can reach food sufficiency within each region. So, we are going to promote these water points, and these are the reserves that we have. And we are going to support young people as much as possible. So, everyone is invited to get to work and be able to give back another face to our country. There are many other projects in progress, and we will not be able to detail everything here. I think that gradually the ministry will get to work to be able to, through the National Council of Young People, and therefore through this complex that you are going to build, I suppose that it will, therefore, be the major incubator which will be able to pass on all the initiatives in favor of young people to the different regions. Perhaps we will not be very long in exchange to come, but I would like to tell you, and I insist on it, not to be afraid of risking entrepreneurship. It is a risk. We have expanded everything that is tax around it is a message to you. Young people, initiate something. Don't be afraid to risk, no pleasure, get started. We will support you as much as we can, and for those who are currently fighting, we try to do as much as possible to give all that they have need. This is the place for me to pay tribute to all these young people who have committed themselves without qualms as BDP, who are today on the ground in the rain, in the mist, in the mud, everywhere where no one asks for leaving. They are fighting on the ground to try to recover our lands and therefore give this country what we call territorial integrity. Everyone at their level must, therefore, also be able by default to take the Kalashnikov, take something else to participate in the development of this homeland. And that is my contract that if you want, I would immediately tell the godfather or godmother that I was going to force the hand of the country's major economic operators. I think that some are there, so get ready. We are going to force your hand to create initiatives for young people. So we launched APEC in this sense to allow us to create what we call our businesses that we want to put in place because we say so. It is inconceivable that we can produce tomatoes here and that we import tomato paste. It is absurd that we have all the oilseed products here and that we cannot process them. We have launched this, and I invite you to subscribe massively because we are going to create our businesses here on site and develop. Certainly, imperialist registrants may try to distract you from the objective, But listen and see how far I said. Very far. Think and see what we are going to do. Thank you to all these young people who are displaced across Africa, who have come to support their brothers and comrades from Burkina Faso. We say thank you for wishing you a very good stay in Burkina Faso, and hope that you can return in peace, and also send the message to the place of all African youth, because the fight that we are waging is not only for Burkina Faso, but it is a fight for all of Africa. It is still being watched, and that we are no longer led to cross the ocean to die, to go get the El Dorado. We can create it here, get to work. I think it's possible. So thank you for coming to accompany us in these moments of sharing and thinking about this. I would like to tell you, so stay on standby, because the fight that has begun will be long-lasting, but it is not impossible, because we believe that soon we will get there. Thank you very much to you, the fatherland or death.
Merci beaucoup à vous. La patrie ou la mort. Merci, camarade.
Please, if this is your first time watching this video, please you can hit up the subscribe button, like and share this video for more videos like this to come in the future. Peace out.